Airsoft GI would like to thank our sponsors.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to GI TV. My name is Tim, and this gun in my hands is the H&K SL9. So now at this point in time, you're probably expecting me to tell you how awesome this gun is and go over the stats and how much it weighs and how hard it shoots. But you'd be wrong, because today we're doing something special, because we'll be doing a range test comparison on this gun versus the G36CV. Now obviously we have the two extremes of the G36s. This is the shortest barrel version offered by Umarex, and that is the longest barrel version offered. So we'll be pinning these guns head to head and seeing what their effective range is. Now for the purposes of this test, we're going to consider an effective range if the gun is able to hit the target within 3 shots. So we figure if you got the drop on your target, you take your first shot to kind of range and sight and figure out how the wind is affecting your BB. And just in case you miss that first shot, you should be able to follow up with a second shot and hit your target. But just in case you miss twice, you'll probably be able to hit the guy on the 3rd try before he realizes he's being shot at, and then can move out of range or out of distance or out of sight or something like that. So we're going to start off at 100 feet and move back from there.
Oh, that was almost it. You need to go to the right just a little bit. Hit. Yeah.
Ooh, that was it.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, the results of our range test are in, but before we get to that, let's get some of the data out of the way. For the range test, we're using Elite Force .28 gram BBs, but with .20 gram BBs, the CV shoots at 410 FPS and the SL9 shoots at 440 FPS. Both of these guns are absolutely bone stock. All we did is pull them out of the box, put BBs and a battery in them, and went out and did this test. Nevertheless, though, individual results may vary, so if you try to replicate this test at your house or at your local field, the wind change, the different brand BBs you might be using, there's a lot of things that could affect the results of this test. But anyway, let's get to these results. At 100 feet, both the CV and the SL9 are very effective. We're able to hit our target within 1 or 2 shots. Same thing for 125. 1 or 2 shots is all it really took to get on target with the CV and the SL9. At 150, something really interesting happened. Once we saw the footage, I realized that even though I thought I hit the target with the 3rd shot on the CV, the BB actually just barely missed over the top of the mannequin. So if you figure if there was a head there, like it was a real person, it probably would have hit. But technically, visually, we didn't actually complete that. However, we obviously performed this test without the camera just to make sure that we could do the video, and I was able to effectively shoot the target at 150 feet with the CV. So trust me, that gun is effective at that range. The SL9, the same point, effective at 150 feet. At 175 feet is where it really starts to get interesting. The CV was effective, I was able to hit, within the first 3 shots. However, the SL9 took me about 5 shots to get on target. What I did is I fired the first 3 shots, missed all 3, dropped the rifle, reacquired my target, raised my gun up, sighted it in. I was able to hit it on the 2 shots during the second test. So the SL9 is kind of effective at 175 feet, not extremely effective like the CV. Beyond that, neither of the guns are really effective. The SL9 just didn't have the range at about 180, 185 feet to get to our mannequin. So at that point, you would have to lob your BBs at your target, making the gun not very effective. Surprisingly enough, the CV, though it has a shorter barrel and shoots lower FPS, was outranging the SL9. Our BBs were dropping about 10 feet beyond our mannequin, but we weren't able to effectively put BBs on target at about 180, 185 feet. So I would say that the effective range mark for both of the guns is at 175. That's pretty good. To be honest with you, Josh and I were really surprised when we were filming this, how accurate these guns were at that range. I hope you enjoyed this range test of our H&K Umarex G36 guns. Stay tuned for more tests like this. Let us know in the comments below what guns you would like to see range tests of in the future. My name is Tim. Thanks for watching GITV.